Hello, this is Doris Sander with Cocoa Daisy, and this is a little bit different, this video. I haven't made one quite like this before, but I am on the Cocoa Daisy design team, and so every month I get scrapbooking and Project Life product and make several projects with it for the company. And I have never been able to scrapbook on camera. It's just very stressful for me and it's very inhibiting. Some people do it beautifully, but I cannot. I just don't enjoy it. And if I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I can make myself, but not long term, if that makes sense. So, but I do like to talk about my pages, and I thought it would be nice for those who do scrapbook if I shared what I made at the beginning of the month and some little background information both on the stories and the product uses. So let me go ahead and get started with that. I'm kind of gonna go in order of how I made them. So this was my first page, and it's a very small Project Life page. My Project Life album is all different sizes this year, not just 12 by 12. So this one is, I don't know, probably 6 by 8. Yeah, because, well, these are 2 by 3, right? So that would be 6 by 4 by, I don't know. I have a ruler here. So yeah, 6 by 8.5, something like, more or less. Moving on, technical difficulties. This one, I just really got into the layering. We had several little packs of die cuts, and the die cuts had some vellum pieces in them, and there were some stickers, and I just really enjoyed layering on this page. And this is from last May. This, I think, is the intro page for my May of 2015, and I kind of love the sunshine and warm air so much. So I was very happy to make this page, because when I made it, it was still like hovering between, is it going to be warm or not? We were still having cold days, and now I'm happy to report that we're in the warm zone long term. Yay. This is a little, isn't that pretty? That's one of the vellum pieces with gold foil on it, and then this is a little exclusive wood veneer that I liked a lot. I like this one a lot because it was painted, and I don't know if it was painted, but it had color on it and then a little bit of varnish, so a lot different than some of the other wood veneer. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've put a lot of pop dots on these too. You can see there, yeah. I think that really helps add dimension. Well, this pocket I kind of sealed shut because it was fat and it was poking out, so I put a little bit of glue there. So I won't open that one, but yeah, you can tell I pop dotted several of these pieces to make them, the layering just work better. And then this page, this is my son's 5th grade graduation. These are very special photos because, you know, your baby only graduates from 6th grade once, or 5th grade once. And so this is his little teacher. She was a first-year teacher, and she did a great job. She taught him social studies, and he was homeroom teacher. And then this is a little BFF. My son is a teacher's kid, so in our county, we have daycare for teachers' kids at the school. It's super awesome. So they've been to school together since he was 3 months old and he was 4 months old. So that's pretty awesome. And then me and Gabriel. And then this one's converted to black and white, not because I'm vain or anything, but the woman in the background was wearing this bright pink sweater, and it was too eye-catching. So I converted it to black and white to minimize the distraction in the background. And then these are just 4 little pictures of him walking across the stage to get his little diploma from the principals. And I just put those for photo collage and diptych on my iPhone. So that was good. And then mostly, like, this is cut from one of the Day in the Life cards, the 4x6 card. And this is another piece of it that I just cut apart and added up there. And this is also from the tree. Sorry, kitty. The tree is also from the Day in the Life card. And I didn't actually intend to cut it out, but I had a boo-boo. I messed up the card in the background. I didn't like the way my handwriting looked, so I ended up cutting it off and making a new background for it. So that turned out well, and then I layered on a bunch of stickers there. There's a pop dotted. And I added, these were more stickers off the same sticker sheet, the diamonds. It just felt too empty and plain right there, like it made a gutter. So I layered those on to help that area design-wise. And then I added some paint flecks with a stiff paintbrush. I just, mixed a little bit of paint with a little bit of water and just kind of flipped it on the page. So yeah, that turned out. I mean, I had a lot of boo-boos, but I fixed them. Eventually it turned out. And then this one I love. This was so fun to me. I love the patterns. This was an accident too. These were circular floral wreaths, and I cut the two of them apart because I was going to make a circle design down the side for the picture, and they weren't big enough, they weren't strong enough to balance the design. They just looked awkward. So I had this piece of, this is exclusive. I think this one, and this one are exclusive Cocoa Daisy prints this month. So I had this one was already cut to 6x6, so I ended up layering my pieces because they were like my favorite part of the kit, these laurel wreaths. So I wanted to use them even though I had ruined them by cutting them apart when the design didn't work out. But I ended up layering them on this little paper and then stitching it with my machine around the edges, and it made a cute background. And I then pulled all these whimsical patterns. There's a flower up there too, some stripes down here. I pulled all the whimsical patterns in because they just kind of went well together and they were super fun. And normally I wouldn't put such bold patterns with a photo like this with a tiny focal point, but I don't know, it seemed to work okay with the directions of the arrows and the wood grain design. And I put these little, this was a square, a rectangle actually, and I just cut the corners off. I used this line here to kind of line it up parallel on my paper trimmer so that I can make a 40-degree angle there. So I just lined this up parallel with my paper trimmer going this way to make the cut. And then I pop dotted those as well. I was into pop dots this month, very much so. So that was that one. And then I made another pocket page. And this is another one of those frames like the one that I made, the photo corners. And more layering. These are photos that I took last summer. I really like to photograph wildflowers and little creatures. This is actually a hummingbird moth, they're called. And most moths fly at night, but these fly during the day and this one mimics bumblebees. But there's actually one that's colored like a ruby-throated hummingbird as well. Pretty cool. This little card, these are all for Project Life, the Day in the Life kit cards. This one, I doodled that black circle around the edge. I added that for contrast. And then I had originally drawn a little black sun here, and I don't know what I was thinking with drawing a black sun. It looked like a creepy spider, so I covered it up with the sticker. I pop dotted it. So that was that. And then I've been making a lot more cards lately. A lot more than I used to. And like I said, oops, this one's coming off. There were a lot of great die cuts for layering this month, so they worked really well. I have a couple ladies at church that I wanted to send birthday cards to, so I'm going to use those for the birthday cards. And I just machine stitched around the edges, but if you don't machine stitch on your paper, you can achieve this same look by freehanding a square or rectangle with a Sharpie marker pen. Works just as well. So those are the birthday ones, and I've been doing a lot of thank you notes lately. And this one was, my parents were married on April Fool's, so their anniversary is coming up. I think it's 61 years this year. Crazy. I'm the youngest of 5, so yep. And then this one, oh, that's coming. My glue dots are not work. I need to work on those. My pop dots. Oh, I know what the problem is. I'll tell you in a minute. This one was, this is a housewarming card for a friend. Yeah, that's just pop dotted. So it's cute. And then this one is for an online swap. And I thought it would be cute to use the stamp set to make the, you know how those adult coloring books are so popular? So that's what I did. I made a little adult coloring book to send in the mail. And don't do what I did. I didn't stamp those very well. The plants are kind of air plants on those two at least. So anyway. But yeah, the reason these aren't sticking, I realized, is because I ran out of pop dots. And so I used some puffy stickers that I didn't think I was going to use for anything else. And obviously the glue is not strong enough to adhere the plastic, so I need to fix those before I mail them. But anyway, those are my projects with the March Cocoa Daisy kits, both the scrapbooking and the day in the life kits. And I think I ordered a couple a la carte items. You can order individual add-on items instead of an add-on kit. So I ordered a couple extra sticker things, I think. So yeah, those are my projects this month, and I hope you enjoyed that if you're into scrapbooking and project life. And I will chat with you soon. Bye.